Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a story time, and you probably already knew that if you read the title. So, I've been wanting to do a story time video for a while now, and I decided to sit down and do it now. So, this story is about the time that I got trapped in my garage. Trapped. So, the timeline is around 4th or 5th grade, and at this time my two older brothers were in high school, so they got out later than I did. So my mom would pick me up and we would go home, and my older brother Cameron would pick up my other brother Marcus, and they would come later on after they got out of school. So we drive home, me and my mom picks me up from school like any normal day, and we drive home. And we get home and we kind of do like the same like routine or whatever. So she goes to her room and I let my dog in. Well, he wasn't outside. I let him out so he can use the bathroom because he's been at home all day. I let him out, and then my mom's like, okay, I'm going back to my room. So I'm like, okay, cool. So after my dog does his business and everything, we come back inside the house and we go back to my mom's room to go and chill. So we're back there chilling. I'm pretty sure we watched TV. And my mom's like, what time is it? It's about nap time, so I'm going to go ahead and take a nap before your brothers get home and before I'm going to start dinner. And so she was like, are you going to take a nap? And I'm like, yeah, because if you know me, you know I love naps. So I was all about this. So I'm laying there and I'm like, yeah, so about what I said about 2 seconds ago, I don't think I'm gonna take a nap. So I decide, my little brain, I'm so bored right now. So I'm gonna go to the kitchen and get a butter knife. And I'm gonna go to every door in this house and I'm gonna pop open the locks. I'm gonna lock the doors and I'm gonna pop them open. So I go to the kitchen and I walk back to the back room and I start with my room. And I lock it, then I pop the lock and I'm like, okay, it's working. So I go to the next one, which is my brother Marcus' room, because his room was right next door to mine. Go to his room, lock it, pop it open. So I'm getting in this little groove, go to the bathroom, lock it, pop it open. So I'm just like feeling really good. I'm like, I can pop open locks. Like, I am so good at this. I'm in this groove. I'm unlocking doors. So I walk to the other side of my house where my older brother Cameron's room is. So I walk to his room and I do the same thing and it works. Go to his bathroom, works. I'm like, dang, I've done all the doors in the house except one.
The garage door.
So I go to the garage door, I lock it, and the way this door was, it's like a big heavy wooden door. So like you could close it, it'll be closed, but it won't be like fully closed, like locked, not locked, but like it won't be in the little socket, like the little socket thing. It won't be in there, but it'll be closed. So I was like, oh, it's not closed. How am I gonna do a little trick? So I pull it shut and I look at the door and I realize that the space between the board, like the trim and the door, the space is like this, like this, and there's no way I can fit the butter knife into the slot. So I take the knife and I try to jam it in there as far as I can. And I don't know why, but in my mind, I thought I can push it in there, somehow mind bend the knife to turn like in there, to like go in there and like turn and like pop the lock open. Don't know why, so I'm just jamming in and I'm like, ugh, trying to unlock this door and it's not working. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, yeah, Gabby, this was not your smartest idea. So I sit there and kind of just ponder on like, what should I do? And I'm like, let me try to pick the lock with the knife. Duh, why hadn't you thought of that, Gabby? So I take the knife and I put it in the little hole, try to pick the lock, and of course, it doesn't work because it's not a key. So I always laugh every time I think about this story. So I go and I'm like, I don't want the neighbors to know that I'm in here. I'm like trapped and like have them come out because that neighbor, like, he's usually like outside walking around or something, like he can hear like what's going on. So I was like, I don't want this nosy neighbor knowing what's going on. So I go to, I started, even though I didn't want him to know, I was like, okay, I'm stuck in here. I need to start panicking. So I'm like, okay, I want to beat on the door as hard as I can. And that way, either my mom hears it or the dog hears it and wakes my mom up and she comes to save me. So I'm beating on the door. I'm like, Mama! And I'm beating on it. And you know what? The one time that I needed my dog to bark, he didn't come through. So I sat back down on the steps looking like, why did I do this? So I sit there and I'm like, I need to do something to keep my mind off of being trapped in here. So we have like basketballs and stuff in there, so I'm just in there bouncing the basketball. I think I had like the little, the little thing that's like, it goes around, it's like a ring and it's like long and then like a ball at the end, like a skippo, I think it's called a skippo or something. So I had one of those, playing with that, just trying to keep my mind off of being trapped in the garage. And after a while, I got bored and hot and sweaty. And so we had a deep freezer in our garage. Like, it was like our laundry room, and then we had a deep freezer in there. And I'm like, bing! Light bulb goes off. Not the right one, but a light bulb goes off. And I'm like, well, I'm feeling hot and sweaty. Let me just like climb into the deep freezer. But of course, we have food in there, so I can climb in there. So I just did my best. I took the door and I'm just like fanning myself off, like letting the cool breeze just like overcome like my hotness. And so I'm just like fanning it. I'm just like like freaking out. I'm like, why did I do this? And after a while, I'm like, I'm thirsty. And so I start scraping the sides of the deep freezer. And I started scraping it and scraping it. And I started like putting it all over my body. I'm like drinking it. But of course, I wasn't like in a dire situation. I was like, this water is disgusting. I'm not this thirsty to drink it. I'm like, oh, this is disgusting. So I'm like, as I'm sitting here, I'm like, there's like fish in here and like something else. I forgot what else is in there. Like frozen meat is in there. I'm like, I'm gonna have to eat this frozen meat and I can't heat it up because there's nothing in here. And I was just like sobbing and like freaking out. So after I have my whole, uh, I can't even think of a word. My whole process with this whole deep freezer thing, I leave and I'm like, let me see if I can see my brothers. So I go to the top of the stairs because it was stairs, and then the door. So I go to the top of the stairs and I look out the window like of the garage, and I don't see them, and I'm just like, when are they coming home? I don't have a watch or anything, so I don't know any sense of time. I'm like, they should be home by now, so I'm just like freaking out even more. And so, if you know me, you know when I was younger, if I got sad or if nobody would play with me, I would sit in the corner, basically like this, like.
Nobody wants to play with me. I'm all alone. What am I to do? Like in like a sing-songy, oh, hit the camera. In like a sing-songy like form, and I would just be like sobbing. It just so sad. So I pretty much did that. I'm like, why would you come out here and do this? You should have just taken a nap, but instead you wanted to go and lock doors.
So I'm just sitting here just crying and singing my song. And next thing you know, I stand up and I see my brother's car pulling up. Like you can see the street, and I saw coming by, and I'm like, I'm just like overjoyed. Like I'm literally like, I'm pretty sure I cried tears of joy. I was just like, oh my god. So he, of course, once he gets closer to the house, he presses the garage door opener, and it starts lifting up, and it gets about halfway, and I run underneath it, and I'm like running towards them. I'm pretty sure if I would have ran like further, he would have hit me. So I run out, and then I run to the front door, and I like ring the doorbell, and I knock on the door, and my mom comes, and like she had this look like she had just woken up, so she was like,
what is going on?
and of course at this time my dog wants to bark. So she comes to the door, she's like, what the heck, basically like, what the heck is going on? And she's like, what are you doing? So I tell her, like, I was trapped in the garage. I was going to the door and I was trying to unlock it with the butter knife and it didn't work and I got trapped in there. And she's like, you got trapped? Like, what? And she's like, Gabby, you do realize that there's a garage door opener in the garage? So you could have opened the garage, went outside to the front door, rang the doorbell till I came and answered it, and you wouldn't have been trapped. And I'm sitting there like,
Oh yeah.
that's how I got trapped in the garage. So I hope you guys liked this story time, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you want to see more story times, because trust me, I have more. Sadly, I guess it's not sadly because it's made me who I am today. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't comment down below. I'm repeating myself. Share with your friends and family. Let them know how crazy I was in 4th and 5th grade, thinking I got trapped in a garage. And yeah, subscribe, do all the things that you're supposed to do on YouTube, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.